Welcome, everybody, to the Ohio Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair, and thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A feature on your screen to get in touch with our representatives. Your camera and microphone are both off, so be aware that they cannot see nor hear you. This is the last session, so thank you so much for attending this fair. And if you would like to access this recording, it's going to be available within a week at strivescan.com/Ohio. And with that being said, I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter from St. Elizabeth University.
Hi, everyone. I'm just going to share my screen. Hi, my name is Kiana Frazier. I'm one of the admissions counselors at St. Elizabeth University in Morristown, New Jersey. We are a small liberal arts Catholic institution. We were founded in 1899 as one of the first all-women's colleges in New Jersey. We're now fully co-ed, but we still pride ourselves on our mission of service as well as serving diverse populations. In fact, 60% of our students are either Black or Hispanic. We are a small campus. Our student to faculty ratio is 11:1. So there's no question about you not knowing your professors or having access to them via their office hours or via their emails. Me personally, I graduated from SEU in 2017, and I definitely can tell you that if there's anything that they can help you to ensure that you are successful on campus, that's something that they pride themselves in. We also offer tons of other free tutoring and other support services through our Academic Success Center. We have over 40 plus majors and minors to choose from. Some of them, just the typical majors that you think of, criminal justice, psychology, chemistry. I do want to point out two of our majors. The first is our nursing major. A lot of students are interested in nursing, especially everything that's going on at this time. Our nursing program is an indirect admit, which means that you would not be you will not be accepted right into the nursing program your freshman year. You're taking pre-nursing classes, and then based off of those classes and what you get on the TEAS exam, you'll be admitted into our nursing program. We still have other majors in line should you not be able to get into the program, but I do want to point out that nursing major, as well as our self-designed major or individualized major, which allows students to take classes from different majors, whether that's biology or sociology, and combine it into whatever major that they want. So we have a lot of students that are interested in the individualized major. If the major that they are interested in isn't listed on our listed at our institution. We also have tons of other partnerships and dual degree programs with other institutions. FDU and Drew University are less than a mile away from us. So we do tons of different things with them, but we also do cross registration. So students are allowed to take classes on their campuses, but pay whatever they would pay as a St. Elizabeth student. We also have combined degrees, so you can graduate in 5 years with both a bachelor's and a master's. And then if you're interested in any professional prep classes, such as law or medicine, we also offer classes for those as well. So our SAU Promise program is something that we really pride ourselves in. Again, we do want to ensure that you are successful. So all of our students are automatically enrolled into our Promise program their freshman year, and it includes advising and workshops like resume writing or interview readiness, internships, things of that nature. Again, all to ensure that you are successful. So as long as you complete the program, if for whatever reason you are not employed or in a graduate program within 6 months after you graduate from SEU, we will hire you back for a 6-month paid internship to help you figure out what your next steps are. Something that is unique, because again, you don't know what's going to happen throughout your time here if you change majors or change career paths. So this is something that definitely ensures that you have something lined up after you graduate. We try to make college as affordable as possible. In fact, 98% of our students receive some form of scholarship, whether that's a merit-based, so based off their transcripts, or their non-academic scholarships, such as our campus visit grant, or if you attend a Catholic high school. Our average financial aid package is $33,000, but we do encourage students to fill out the FAFSA as soon as possible, so that way that can determine any state, federal, or other aid that they might be eligible for at SEU. And then our athletics, we are Division III, which means that you will not receive any aid to play the sport. That just means you're playing for the love of the game. I was a student athlete on campus, and I definitely can speak of the benefits of being a Division III athlete. We offer sports in men's and women's basketball, men's and women's cross country, men's and women's soccer, men's and women's tennis, men's and women's volleyball, baseball, and softball. Definitely a great opportunity. So you're able to grow in a sport that you love, but also still focus on your academics first, because you are a student before an athlete. And then we offer a bridge program for incoming freshmen to prepare them for college, because high school and college is completely different. So we want to make sure that you are ready to go and not just thrown into right into classes and are overwhelmed. We offer this bridge program. It's called our Summer Scholars Program, and it's about 4.5 weeks long, and you're taking classes and doing advising and other workshops. And it's of no cost to you. So a free room and board, activities, materials, anything that you would need to be successful in that program, we provide for you. And then should you pass all of the classes in the program, you could receive up to 8 free credits. So that's great. Before the semester begins, you'll be ahead of the game from the rest of your class. And I even like to say, when you're looking your junior and your senior year, on whether or not you're looking to graduate early, those 8 credits might help you, because those are some of the requirements that you need in order to graduate from SEU. And then applying, we do encourage you to submit an application. We are on the Common App, as well as we have an application on our website. Both applications are free. What we'll need from you is your transcript, 2 letters of recommendation, 1 that's academic, so from a teacher, and then your personal essay. We are test optional, not because of the pandemic. We've always been test optional. So I do want to encourage you to submit your application, but applying early means you receive priority scholarship consideration. And then just encourage you to visit us. Obviously, you may not be able to come in person, but we're offering tons of virtual events as well, whether that's a virtual tour or info sessions, as well as our open house is also, you're available to come virtually. But that is my presentation. If you have any questions, you definitely can put them in the chat. But thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And again, folks, that was St. Elizabeth University. Next up, we have a representative from Seton University.
It's not letting me show my my screen or my face.
Luke, do you have the share screen option?
Yeah, I'll do it right now. Perfect. So hi, everybody. My name is Luke Bezade. I am a representative from Seton University. I'm also an alumni as well. So I do have a pretty unique perspective on the school. We were founded in 1856 by Reverend James Roosevelt Bailey, who was the first Bishop of Newark, New Jersey. We're one of the oldest diocesan universities in the country. We're known to be a home for the mind, the heart, and the spirit. And we do have a diverse, welcoming community, which teaches respect, understanding, compassion, integrity, and servant leadership to all of our students. So one of the biggest draws of Seton Hall is that we offer all the advantages of a large research university, coupled with the benefits of a small, supportive, and nurturing environment. And this is why we call ourselves we're in like the Goldilocks zone of a size of a school, because we do have around roughly 6,400 undergraduates. So it's not too small, not too big. And personal attention is huge on our campus and our premises. We have an average class size of 21 students. We have a freshman English class size of around 15 students. Our student to faculty ratio is 14 students for every 1 faculty member. We do offer close faculty mentorship, as well as having minimal graduate assistants in our classrooms, which is a huge plus, because you are getting taught from professionals, and the professors, oftentimes the professors are working professionals in Manhattan, Jersey City, or Hoboken and the neighboring areas. So it's really great to start forming those connections. We do have 6,200 undergraduate students and 4,000 graduate students. Our population consists of around 55% female and 45% male. We do have all 50 states represented, and we do have 70 countries represented as well, with a 45% diversity rate. So Seton Hall by the numbers, we do have the #1 business leadership program in the nation. It's been this way for the past 5 years, something that we're very, very proud of. And we actually have extended the leadership program to our other schools so that every student now has an opportunity to get that experience. We're 4th in the nation by the International Business Times for providing internship opportunities, as well as top 5 national ranking on return on investment. Seton Hall Law School is also ranked 16th in the country, and 18% of all New Jersey legislators are Seton Hall alumni. We're top 25 national ranking for graduates who got the highest paying jobs, as well as having 50% higher mid-career earnings than the national average for college graduates. We do have a 93% medical school acceptance rate and 100% employment rate for most business, education, health professions, and communication majors. Another thing we really prioritize with the smaller classrooms and the faculty on our campus is hands-on learning. We offer opportunities to do research with faculty on our campus, as well as present at national conferences if you're involved in clubs on campus, or even the honor societies. You can study abroad through a study abroad program and a foreign exchange program. We have community service projects through organizations such as Dove on our campus. We do have WSOU and the Setonian. If you're not familiar with WSOU, it actually has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And you can become involved in the radio station as early as your freshman year. So if you're interested in broadcast, it's a really great opportunity to kind of get your foot in the door. We have clinical learning labs, as well as behavioral psychology labs, a market research center for our business students, the opportunity to take a semester in Washington, D.C. if you're a Diplo student, and the New York City Advantage for field trip and guest lecturers, as New York City is only a short 30-minute train ride away from our campus. For our internships and career services, we offer more than 17,000 internship opportunities per year. We do have a 12-member career center that starts working with you in your freshman year, and 81% of our students have 1 or more internships. We have an overarching employment rate of 92%, and Seton Hall graduate mid-career earnings are 50% higher than national average. And over 550 employers visit our campus every year to recruit our graduates. And to the right, you can see some of the amazing places our alumni, as well as our students have found internships, meaningful job placements, and careers. For our campus life, we offer over 130 clubs and student organizations, as well as 23 Greek organizations. And we also have almost a dozen student-led theater performances a year on campus or at SOPAC. If you enjoy entertainment, the Student Activities Board does organize dances, comedians, carnivals, karaoke, guest speakers, and musicians. A couple weeks ago, we did have a Jason Derulo virtual concert for our students, which was pretty fun. Unfortunately, it wasn't in person, but hopefully in the near future that will be happening again. And let's not forget that New York City is only 30 minutes away. So then we come to our Pirate Pride. If you're not familiar with Seton Hall, we are called the Pirates. We are a Division I athletic program too. We have 14 Division I athletic teams, and we are in the Big East Conference. We have over 25 club and intramural sports as well, and about 50% of our students partake in club or intramural sports. Coming to Seton Hall's affordability, we give out over $100 million in grants and scholarships each year, as well as 98% of our students receiving aid, and then 98% of our students receiving grants or scholarships directly from us. And after financial aid, many find the cost is very similar to that of a public institution. So it's pretty affordable regarding being a private institution. And for scholarships, the majority are automatically awarded upon admission, and you can always apply for separate scholarships, which the deadline is January 15th. And if you ever have any questions, you can feel free to email me at bezaidlu@shu.edu. And thank you so much for your time, and I hope you all have a wonderful night.
Thank you so much. Again, that was Seton Hall University. Next up, we have SUNY Potsdam.
Hi guys, John Lewis, admissions counselor here with SUNY Potsdam. Just want to get my PowerPoint going here for everybody. So welcome. That is actually a beautiful screenshot of our river right in our backyard, Racket River, and our famous Satterley Clock Tower. So very classic frame for our campus. So just to go over some cool history and facts about our school. We are the smallest and oldest four-year college in the SUNY system. We have roughly 3,500 undergraduate students. We do have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio, so very personalized. We are rated #1 in food in the entire SUNY system. So there are 64 of us in the family. So we are top ranked. We also have over 400 fine arts events, performances a year. We have 17 intercollegiate sports teams. We have 4 colleges within a 10-mile radius. So shout out to St. Lawrence University, Clarkson University, and SUNY Canton. So we're all part of this big family in 10 miles. We are also located just outside the beautiful Adirondack Mountains. So if you guys want to go kayaking, hiking, skiing, all that good stuff, right in our backyard. And we have some wonderful pictures on the side here, just shots around the campus, whether it's our greenhouse, walking around, or venturing on the river. Now, academic opportunities here at SUNY Potsdam. We have some 54 majors, 60 minors. We have 3 divisions for schools, the Crane School of Music. So if you're thinking, hey, music education, performance, business, and you do have to audition to get in, that would be our Crane School of Music, School of Arts and Sciences, and our School of Education and Professional Studies. We also have the Lougheed Center for Applied Learning. So in here, a lot of magic happens from internships and service learning, student research opportunities, student fellowships, study abroad opportunities, career services, and even our Law Enforcement Training Institute. In addition, we have a robust library system. Now, what about clubs and getting involved? We have approximately 100 clubs and organizations, anything from our Anthropology Club, our Air Force ROTC, Black Student Alliance, Cheerleading, Gender and Sexuality Alliance, Rugby, a cappella groups, and even Ultimate Frisbee. Now, campus life events include workshops, concerts, trips, athletic events. We also have D3 athletics here on our campus, as well as intramural and club sports. We have a arena actually known as Maxi, and in there you'll find a climbing wall, an ice arena, an indoor heated pool, and a state-of-the-art fitness center as well in there, and some basketball courts. Now, how do you apply to SUNY Potsdam as a first-time student? We are on the Common App or SUNY application. Rolling admission, so basically as soon as you apply, we process your application. Fee is $50, and our required materials, an official high school transcript, an essay, 1 letter of recommendation from an academic teacher or a school counselor, and we are going to create a portal, so you'll get an email from us with your application, so that'll give you access to things in real time if anything's needed, a decision was made, so you can check all that good stuff out. Now, academic review, what are we looking for? So 6-semester GPA, our average accepted student is right around an 88 GPA. So for some students, that would be around a 3.3, 3.2 on a 4.0. Academic rigor, types of classes taken in high school, have you done in those? And did you take any AP, IB, CLEP, or college classes? And we do take those credits as well. So super important on that. Recommendation letters, how were they written? And content and clarity of your essay. Was it well written, punctuation, things like that. Now, students who fall a little bit below our regular admissions, we have 2 special programs. And the difference between these is basically financial need. So our EOP, Educational Opportunity Program, is based on families' need or household income. And the Bridges program doesn't require any of that. But the goal of both of these programs is to make sure that a student is successful. So students that might have grades, in the 70s, mid 70s and up, or lower 80s, these are the programs that we're looking to help you and make you successful here at SUNY Potsdam. Now, if you're a transfer student by chance, Common App or SUNY app, rolling admission, $50 fee, official transcript, your official college transcripts, or possibly community college transcript. In some cases, supplemental application or mid-semester grades. And again, we're looking for around a 2.0, and the average accepted student for transfer is around a 3.0. Transfer credit review, so we'll do an evaluation soon after an offer of admission, review closely, ask any questions if needed, and we have some great course equivalency tables, transfer articulation agreements, and FAQs can be found at potsdam.edu/admissions/apply/transfer. And this is great also for any high school student with AP credits, college classes, all that stuff is right on that page that you guys can check out what you get credits for. Now, financial aid and merit scholarship, this is huge for us. In 2020, the cost of attendance for an out-of-state student is roughly $32,521, and that's including your tuition, fees, room, and board for the entire year. Most importantly, please do your federal student aid, your FAFSA. This will help you with grants, loans, and even work study money that you could qualify for. More importantly, we have some generous merit scholarship opportunities here at Potsdam. So if you can, go to potsdam.edu/scholarships. We had some students getting upwards of $7,000 each year for all 4 years for merit-based. So check those out. Now, if you were an accepted student, make sure to review your FAFSA, review and understand your financial aid award letter, and submit your intent to enroll form and your $100 deposit. Now, just some things I want to go over quick. Be Potsdam proud. Connect with us on social media. We'd love to hear from you. Follow us on Instagram, SUNY Potsdam, Twitter at SUNY Potsdam 1816, Facebook, SUNY Potsdam, and we have a great YouTube channel to follow us on with SUNY Potsdam 1816 again. So thank you so much, guys, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much. And again, folks, that was SUNY Potsdam. Next up, we have Niagara University.
Hi, everyone. Let me get my presentation back in order really quick. Hi, everyone. My name is Emily. I am the recruiter for the whole state of Ohio. So please feel free to reach out to me if you do have any questions. I'll drop my contact info at the end. I actually grew up in Ohio too, so I am quite familiar. Some quick facts about Niagara University. We are a 4-year private Catholic Vincentian University. We're one of the 3. We are the oldest and also the smallest. Being from Niagara Falls, we are super close. We actually overlook Canada every day. 10 minutes from the falls, 4 minutes depending on who you're talking to. Closest bridge to cross the international border is only 4 minutes away. We do have over 80 different majors housed within 4 different colleges. So that includes the College of Arts and Science, College of Business, College of Education, and then one of my favorites, College of Hospitality and Tourism. Some popular majors that we're seeing from our freshmen and also our transfer students is business, our nursing program, which is a direct accept. So if you are accepted to the nursing program, you are starting those nursing courses first year, first semester. Communications, education, sports management, criminal justice, and then also theater. Theater, and that's also for theater, that's the performance side, design and production, and then also any specialty that you're looking for as well, such as script writing. Application process, we're pretty simple at Niagara. We like to keep it simple and easy for you. Applications are available right at niagara.edu or Common App. Either way that you apply, it is a free application. Because of COVID, we are test optional for all majors. Prior to COVID, we were test optional for all majors except for nursing and biology. We are rolling admissions, similar to some of my other colleagues that are on too. So it means we do not have a deadline. We usually start reviewing applications in October, and you usually hear back from us within a week or 2, which is great. We're looking for your application, again, either from niagara.edu or also the Common App. Your high school transcript, an official copy, a letter of reference. We prefer to see one from your high school. So guidance counselor, teacher that you're close with, if you want to send in a second one, whether you have a job, you're involved, you're doing volunteer work, anything like that, feel free to send in a second or a third one. Your essay, and then ACT or SAT scores if you are submitting them. And then if you are not submitting ACT or SAT scores and going that test optional route, we do encourage you to submit a co-curricular resume. So with that, we just want to see what you're involved in inside and also outside of the classroom. And again, this can be volunteer work. You work at a grocery store, you're involved in 15 clubs at school and stuff like that, just to see where who you are also as a person. Scholarship opportunities, this is the big one. Everybody wants to know, how much money am I going to get? As some other my colleagues have already said, please fill out your FAFSA number 1. Merit scholarships are awarded to you after you are accepted. Ours range from $10,000 all the way to $23,000. And that's going to be based on your overall ACT and SAT scores and your GPA, or a holistic review of your application as well. Since you guys are coming from Ohio, we do offer an out-of-state scholarship. That's $2,000 per year for all 4 years. Plus, you'll also receive a $200 book voucher for your first year. The cool part about the $200 book voucher is your books at Niagara only cost $400 across the board for the full year. So already cutting the price of your books in half, which is nice. Legacy scholarship is for any student that has an alumni in your family from Niagara. So this is mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, sister, brother, an easy $1,000. You don't have to apply to either of them. We do have a Vincentian scholarship. So if you're heavily involved in service work through your community and through your school, I encourage you to apply for it. It's $5,000 a year. Marani Scholarship is available to any of our students who are interested in our hospitality programs, and that's $30,000 over the 4 years. Theater scholarships, $5,000 awarded, and those are audition based. So if you are applying to our theater program, please know that you're accepted to the university, but then you also do have to complete auditions. We do that in person and virtual. Unfortunately, this year due to COVID, we had to do them virtually, but normally they're in person. And then last but not least, we do have scholarship opportunities within our portal after you apply. We are Division I for sports, so if you are an athlete, please be in contact with coaches at purpleeagles.com. Fill out the prospective athlete card so coach can reach out to you. Final one is Eagle Experience Scholarship. This is new this year, so this is a $1,500 award. You just have to complete the 3 things listed on the screen. So in attending an in-person or virtual event, connecting with myself, one of the counselors, and then applying by November 1st. Easy $1,500. It's the easiest money you'll ever earn, I should say. Campus life, we have 7 different housing options. I do like to talk about this because we have been in person since August. So our students are on campus right now. They're in a variety of different classes, whether that's 100% in person, hybrid, or also virtual, depending on what the faculty is comfortable with. They are still doing campus events, having hypnotists come on. They did have a self-care day today. So I saw on our Instagram that they were making bamboo plants, which I'm kind of hoping one of my students made one for me. Again, we do have Division I sports. And then also, if you're looking to continue your athletics, we do also have club and intramural, academic clubs, and then also interest clubs. And then finally, please come visit us. We are open. We are accepting visitors. Come up for an open house, a Saturday appointment, or a daily visit. We are offering visits any day the university is open. And you can find all of that at niagara.edu. And then I will also be in the area soon. And then here's my contact information. Feel free to reach out. Email or cell phone's best.
Awesome. Thank you so much to Niagara University. Next up, we have Clarkson University.
Thank you. All right. Well, I will pick up where my colleague from SUNY Potsdam left off. I'm one of the other colleges in the area, along with SUNY Potsdam, St. Lawrence University, as well as SUNY Canton. Actually, Potsdam and Clarkson are only about 1.5 miles apart from one another. And we actually have an agreement where you can cross-register classes up to 1 per semester at the other institution, and it's included in your homeschool's tuition, which is really great. For us, we're pretty easy as far as applications go. High school transcript, 2 letters of recommendation. Doesn't really matter who they're from. We're happy to take them from teachers, from coaches, from whoever is going to write you that good letter of rec. We did just decide that we are going to be test optional again for 2022, and we're kind of hoping to be able to roll with that going forward. Just like everybody else, Common App, easiest way to apply, but we also have our own Clarkson application. Both are free to apply to. So what are our options really? Engineering, our School of Arts and Sciences, and business are really sort of our big schools, especially engineering. Almost 60% of our students are engineering majors. What we're looking for in our applicants to each of those, engineering, 4 years of math and science, pre-calculus and physics are really, really important. Same thing with any of our hard sciences. And even our arts and business, 3 years of math and science are really things we're going to look for hard on your transcripts. So engineering, I like to joke, if there's an engineering field you're interested in, Clarkson has it. Aerospace is included in aeronautical. One of our alums is currently a mission commander at NASA. So that's kind of your future career goal. Definitely a great spot to be. We also actually just added a 5+1 biomedical engineering program. So it's still available as a minor, but you can now actually graduate in 5 years with a master's in biomedical engineering. We have a really great prosthetics lab, nanotechnology, all kinds of really great things going on because we are also a full research institution, which is fantastic. Our School of Business, I like to tell people, if you want to go into marketing, if you want to go into accounting, things like that, you can do that even though you don't see marketing listed here or finance listed here. Unique thing with our business program is it's kind of all encompassing. So you're going to have a wide variety of skills, but then you can focus on those areas that you really enjoy. The one that I do like to point out is our engineering and management. That is actually our dual accredited engineering and business program. So you're going to be nationally accredited on the engineering side, which means you can sit for any of the national engineering exams, but it's also nationally accredited on the business side. Our businesses that come to campus recruiting students love E&M majors because you're a fully trained engineer and you have the business background to go with it. Our science programs are also very, very top rated. We have some really great semesters, like our biomolecular students have an opportunity to study a semester at the Trudeau Institute, which is about an hour and a half from campus in the Adirondacks. It's actually a leading disease research institute. So a lot of students get to go there and work with visiting scientists on vaccine and disease studies. Our art school, I always call it our hidden gem. It's definitely the smallest of all of the schools at Clarkson, but there are some really cool opportunities, especially in things like our communications and digital arts and sciences programs. If you're into computer design, graphic design, even digital marketing, movie making, things like that, those are going to be kind of your go-to majors. Pre-health, we have great pre-health tracks that are going to get you to dental school, med school, vet school, but we also have our own PT, OT, and PA grad programs right on Clarkson's campus, complete with our very own cadaver lab. And we actually just switched to a direct admit program for our PT, OT, and PA students. Don't know what you want to do yet? We got you covered for that too. If you know you want to go into business or engineering or even science, but aren't quite sure what you want to study yet, or even a liberal arts major, we have an undeclared for freshmen for all of those things that gives you that kind of time period to explore, meet with an advisor, figure out what you want to do. If you're really just like, I have no idea, university studies is kind of our completely undeclared. You will have a great advisor that's going to work closely with you to kind of help you pinpoint what you're interested in. Big thing with Clarkson. Every single major that we have must complete some form of professional experience. We have 2 huge career fairs a year. We average around 200 businesses in the fall and around 160 to 170 in the spring semester. We still had them this year. We just had them via Zoom, but they are not only hiring our seniors, they are also booking those co-ops and those internships for our students. We also have a career services office that is at your disposal year round, that will help with cover letters, resumes, mock interviews, and has a complete database of the thousands of internships and co-ops available to our students. We also have 28 countries where you can go to study abroad, and we have 55 partner universities in those countries. And the really cool thing with Clarkson is if you're a business major, you have to complete some sort of international experience, whether that's a full study abroad or one of our smaller faculty-led trips. Clubs and activities. Not only are there 4 colleges in the area, we have, the last time I actually looked and counted, 239 active clubs and organizations on our campus. We are very much a residential campus. 80% of our students live on campus for all 4 years. We have been open in person since August, and things have been going very, very well. We have 12 speed teams, very popular. They're engineering clubs, but you don't have to be an engineer to join them. So if you want to build your own Formula One race car or a design build fly team or get into robotics, those are super fun. And with the Adirondacks in our backyard, hiking, kayaking, canoeing, any outdoor activity that you want. Also, moving up from the Niagara area up to Ottawa and Montreal, you're about an hour and 20 minutes from Ottawa, about 2 hours from Montreal, and about a 35-minute drive from going to Canada, which is always super fun. Athletics, we are Division I men's and women's ice hockey, as are our friends at St. Lawrence down the road. So that's a really fun rivalry. The pep bands come out, the chanting. It's super fun when your biggest rival's 8 miles down the road. But if you enjoy other sports, we also have 18 Division III teams, as well as numerous different club and intramural level sports as well. All right, so that kind of is Clarkson in a nutshell, but I do want to say that we are open for visitors. So definitely, if you're interested, starting April 1st, all 50 states, come on up to campus and visit us.
Thank you, Katie, for sharing with us what is offered at Clarkson University. Next up, we have Hobart and William Smith College.
Awesome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your time today. My name is Max Corton. I serve as a Senior Assistant Director of Admissions at Hobart and William-Smith Colleges in Geneva, New York. Hope it's been a great week. It's been starting to feel like spring in the Finger Lakes, which we're all excited about. But ladies and gentlemen, today I'd love to get through are some facets about Hobart and William-Smith I hope you can take away, which include our academics, our study abroad, career services, and then life outside the classroom. So we've got around 6 minutes to do all that, which is not a lot of time, but we'll try our very best. So this is an aerial view of Hobart and William-Smith, located in Geneva, New York, which is a small city of 12,000 people, which is located an hour from Rochester, Syracuse, and Ithaca. Just to give you a sense of place, we are located directly on the northwest edge of Seneca Lake, which is the largest, deepest Finger Lake. For the academics at Hobart and William-Smith, ladies and gentlemen, there are 45 majors and 68 minors. The only required class at HWS is the first year seminar. And you can think of the seminar as this kind of unique class that's taught by a professor who just thinks it's a cool subject. And your first year seminar professor is your first advisor. This individual will help you to select the next rounds of classes up until you declare at least a major and a minor a year and a half later. If you're someone who knows what you want to do immediately, we welcome you to declare as soon as possible, but that's kind of the academic progression. There are 45 majors and 68 minors, and what most people are studying at Hobart and William-Smith are architectural studies, media and society, pre-health, environmental studies, and economics. But I can tell you as a graduate of HWS that there's absolutely no incorrect way to navigate the curriculum. And I think that's what makes it a lot of fun. We've also just introduced an entrepreneurial studies program on board, which is kind of like the show Shark Tank, which serves as a neat cousin to the economics program. So alongside fulfilling requirements for the major and the minor, we also ask that students fulfill a series of goal courses along the way. And it's everything from artistic expression, a critical understanding of social inequalities, a mathematics course, a lab science, all those things that kind of get you out of what you might normally be studying, but will still be applicable to your curriculum. So that's what we've got for the academic environment. And now a lot of people at HWS in a non-COVID year will study abroad. And we look forward to returning at a time we can do so safely now that the vaccines have been rolled out and so forth. But we typically have 50 programs that go to 35 countries on 6 continents. And I won't name them all, and you can see them illustrated on the map, but what that sounds like is Italy, Austria, France, Germany, Argentina, Ecuador, Chile, Peru. And what's unique about the Hobart and William-Smith study abroad programs is that 90% of them are faculty-led, and whatever you study abroad counts directly for your credit to graduate, because we've got that series of goals I spoke a little bit about. And as well, whatever merit scholarship or financial aid you receive to attend HWS travels with you. So we like to say it's a seamless transition. And the reason it's so important to us, although it's not a requirement, is because it's helping to develop this lens of becoming a global citizen. So it's a really special opportunity that our students like to take advantage of. And there's also short-term trips you can go on, while most of the trips are 4 months in length. Awesome. And another big part of Hobart and William-Smith, aside from the academic and study abroad experience, is the career preparation. Recognizing that your first probably 2 years as a college student, you're going to want to focus on what's going on campus. Down the road, you start to think about, okay, what am I going to do next? Is it graduate school? Is it full-time employment? And we're fortunate to offer each student who attends Hobart and Williams-Smith a guaranteed paid internship or research opportunity over the 4 years. And it's through a program called Pathways, which essentially develops a profile surrounding each individual's interests, values, skill sets, goals, and core competencies. And the reason we build a profile or brand around somebody's interests, values, skill sets, goals, and core competencies is we recognize what you could do for employment or what you study in graduate school could be larger than the title of just your major and a minor. So we recognize it could be a larger conversation. Here are some of our past outcomes and former relationships that exist with employers. And it's everything, from finance, governmental work, insurance, sports marketing. I mean, there is absolutely no incorrect outcome to a liberal arts education. I think that's what a lot of our students enjoy. And I want to take a moment to explain why the internship is guaranteed, is because we developed a voluntary network of 5,500 people who have offered to act as a resource for placement. So that's the insurance policy behind the guarantee. But at the end of the day, in the same way that Hobart and Williams-Smith on in the career services sector. Athletically, we have 23 varsity sports teams. Hobart Division I lacrosse is one of our bigger name brands, but we've also have strong Division III teams such as football, basketball, rowing, tennis, sailing, squash. It's a pretty athletic campus. 35% of our students are student athletes at the school. And what's going on in the clubs and activity scene I always offer is probably that much different than any other small liberal arts college. If there's something that you want to do outside of class, we empower students to take advantage of that. So, some people want to take guitar lessons, some people want to be in the finance club or do community service. It just depends on the goals and priorities of the individual. So that's what we've got going on there. And for admission, it's interesting. I mean, we look for around a 3.5 GPA with higher level coursework or coursework an individual has had access to in their high school career, recognizing that curriculums are different across the board. And for admissions, I mean, we always recommend an interview with a staff member that is required to apply for some merit scholarships, and we are a test optional institution. And if you decide to, apply to Hobart and Williams-Smith, there are 3 application deadlines. It's early decision 1 and 2, which are binding, and then we've got regular decision. And regular decision is for those schools that are like, for the students who are thinking, I'm not quite sure yet, I want to shop around. And early decision is for that college, without the fear of contradiction that you want to attend. So if you all have any questions down the road about our admissions process or anything about Hobart and Williams-Smith, we encourage you to reach out to our admissions office directly. I represent Hobart and Williams-Smith in the Midwestern United States, and I'm happy to help in any way possible, but we wish you all the very best throughout the remainder of your college search, and please let us know how we can serve as a resource.
Thank you so much, Max. And to all of our panelists, now that we've wrapped up our individual presentations, I'd like to move on into a quick Q&A. So I am going to project our question and invite all of our representatives to join me now. And the first question that we're going to answer is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we can start with St. Elizabeth University.
Sure. One advice that I probably would have is definitely use your personal email when you're applying to colleges, because you don't realize, but if you use your high school email, eventually you're not going to have access to that, especially if you end up deciding to go to whatever institution. So if they're emailing you and you're not getting any information regarding orientation and all those things, it's because you listed your high school email. So definitely use that personal email, so that way we'll be able to stay in contact with you throughout your application and decision process.
Awesome, perfect. Next up, we have Seton University.
It's not letting me turn on my video for some reason, but the best advice I could offer for any student is just be very honest with yourself and definitely ask questions. That's really the biggest thing that I feel a lot of students are hesitant to do, is that they feel that if they ask questions, it gets annoying, or it gets to a point where it's too much, but there's never a point where there's too many questions. I remember when I was in the position not so long ago when I was looking at Seton Hall and other schools, and I felt that fear to talk to the assistant directors, to talk to the recruiters, and they're really there to help you regardless of what school it is. They're there to help you make a decision, to help you find a home for the next 4 years. So definitely be very open and transparent with the counselor so they can help you.
Awesome. Next up is SUNY Potsdam.
Yeah, so I think the big thing I would say to any student is keep all opportunities on the table. This is 4 years of your life, time, and money. So for any of us, we just want to make sure that you're happy, that it is a good fit for you. So, like somebody told me a long time ago, if in doubt, check it out. You want to make sure that it works and it makes sense and you're happy, we're happy, then everybody's happy. So that is just some words of wisdom along the way. So hopefully you can find that home that is a good fit for you.
Absolutely. Thank you a lot, John. Next up, we have Niagara University.
Well, everybody's taking mine about emails and stuff like that. So I'm going to go with one that's a little bit off the record. Ask if you can eat on their campus, especially if you're going to live on campus. Test out their food. If you're going to be there for 4 years, you're going to be eating their food for 4 years. Especially if it's Potsdam, I would really compare them against everybody else in the SUNY system.
Absolutely. It sounds like there's a little bit of rivalry there, but we'll keep it in the chat. Next up is Clarkson University.
Kind of rolling with what a lot of other people have said. If you can visit the campus, visit the campus. Walk around, check out the area, try the food. If this is where you're going to be spending the majority of the next 4 years of your life, we say fit a lot, but it really is important. You're going to be living here. These are the professors you're going to learn from. These are the students that you're going to make friendships with. So go visit schools. Don't be afraid to ask to talk to a professor, talk to a current student, meet with admissions, and really get a feel for the campus and the area.
Absolutely, thank you. And then the last school is Hobart and William Smith.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think my biggest piece of advice is just to know that, you as the individual will create your success wherever you go. And I think that there are probably many schools that you'll have a great fit at. There might be a school that's better than others, but I think at the end of the day, you can't focus on one school being the absolute perfect fit, because at the end of the day, you'll be responsible for creating your own success and be happy many places.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I believe that takes us to the end of this webinar. So I definitely want to take a second and just thank everybody that came out, from our audience to our panelists that shared all the fantastic things that their institution has to offer, and our audience as well that is taking the time to learn what this process is like and their options out there. Also, whenever you close this window, there's going to be a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback that you could offer. This is the final session for this fair, so thank you for coming out. And also in about a week, you can find this same recording along with all the other recordings at strivescan.com/Ohio. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great evening.